Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. It is a bright sunshiny morning here in North Texas. Today I've got a new product for you. This is a brand called Chalkola and they got some really interesting products. They sent this to me for me to take a look at and do a review. So let's open this up. This is their Rustic Chalkboard. And sorry about that. Okay, the phone's on silent. Anyway, this is their Rustic Chalkboard. So the Rustic Chalkboard comes with a white chalk paint pen. Let's see here what this is. Oh, you get a cute little thank you card. Let's check out the back of this. It's a neat little easel. This is cute. So I was thinking about having this for the winery and sitting on the bar and maybe different specials or just a welcome sign, which is what we're going to do today. And then I got this 30 pack of chalk markers. So let's look at these colors. A lot of bright, fun colors. That's great. Works on all non-porous surfaces. And here is the colors that are in the box and the names. It says shake well with cap on and upright. Remove cap. So you shake it for about 30 seconds. Press the tip to and fro multiple times to quickly get the ink flowing. Recap tightly after use and store in horizontal position. Okay. Write with your marker, push down pen when you need extra ink. To wash off, you must use a wet cloth or Windex. Okay. So I'm going to I cut a stencil out on my Cricut, and so I'm going to get that put down and prepared, and then we'll come back and we'll color. Okay, here we go. This is what I cut out on my Cricut, and it did have lots of little grapevines and stuff, but it was too thin and my Cricut didn't cut it out well, so I just cut it all off and got this piece out, and then I think I'm just going to try and freehand some vines. Okay, so I'm going to start with the white pen that came with the Rustic Chalkboard, and I'm shaking, and then I started to do this on my little notepad there, and then I decided my acrylic block would probably be better, that I could see it coming out. And that did work great, and then I can wash my acrylic block off, and it's just served as a little palette. So now I'm just going tracing through my stencil, and I do think that this would be easier to do if you could freehand draw, and my daughter is very good at freehand drawing, so I do want to get her to do some projects because I kept putting my fingers in the wet parts. But even with sticking my fingers into the wet paint, I still think it turned out pretty cute, and it has the rustic look of the chalk with my Rustic Chalkboard, so I'm very pleased at the way it came out. But I am anxious to see what my daughter can do with this too. I did try to hold the centerpieces into my letters, but I figured out that it was easier just to go around the edge, and I was able to keep that center like it was supposed to be. Now my O, I did get a little fat on that, and then my D in Vineyards, I did get a little fat on that one too, but all in all, I think it was a successful first try at using these, and I think all the colors are really pretty. And like I said, I can't wait to see what my daughter can do with these. Should have taped my stencil down. That would have been a big help because I did move my stencil on accident a couple of times, so that was not good. But anyway, so stick around to the end because I will have a little bonus project at the end for you to see. It's not the process, but it's the final product. We've been working a lot on our patio outside, and we've been bringing in lots of teal colors, and so we have this patio light that's on our shop that was shining very brightly. So my husband took the glass out of it and I painted it with the chalk paints. So and I used some 1/4 inch painter's tape to make a design on it. So you can see there where my D got a little thick, but I think it's okay. And so then I'm going to try and do the grapes, and I was very unsuccessful at my first attempt at doing the grapes. And so you can see in just a minute how easy it is to wipe it off and start over, and I just used a baby wipe. When I first had this laid out on my Cricut, I liked it, but in hindsight, I wish I would have made that grape cluster a lot bigger and really filled up that space, and probably not have put my welcome to Rossini Vineyards quite so far down on it. So, but like I said, this is my first project, and all in all, I was fairly happy with it. And just to be clear, not unhappy with the product at all. I think the product is really cool. It just takes practice, and so I'm hopefully with more practice that I will get better at it. But I do think all the colors are really pretty. The pens are easy to get, or markers are easy to get going, and the ink seems to flow really well out of them. So I think the product is great, and I will definitely be using this more. I did think of another use for this. We have a Christmas wine tour of homes in our neighborhood, and I do the glasses for them. And so I think that I will take one of these markers, in red and green, and write everybody's names on their glass. And that way, when they take them home at the end of the night, they can just wipe them off, and they won't have to have their name on their glass. But that way they can help keep track of whose glass is who. When you got about 45, 50 people traveling from house to house and setting their glasses down, sometimes that can be a bit tough. So as you just saw a second ago, I used my heat it tool, and I was drying in between things so I didn't touch and smear like I was doing so much in the when I first started doing it. So I got a little bit smarter towards the end. So now I'm just kind of filling in and going around, and as I finish something, then I dry it so I can move on to the next. All right, we're just going to continue coloring in these leaves. I used a darker green to outline, and I'm going to use that darker green to make the vein in the center, and then I'm coloring it in with a lighter green, just drying in between the different things that I do. I did find that these don't layer, because I tried to do a white highlight on the grapes, and they don't layer because when you go back over it, it takes the color off of the bottom. I did find that if I dabbed, I could get it to do it, but you can't draw over another color because it will lift that color underneath. And then I just rubbed off the tip to get the other color off of my white marker. So I don't think it really hurt it any. So here I am trying to freehand my grapevines, and then I decided to take the other stencil and kind of help me make the leaves. I still didn't do such a great job. I'm going to have to practice making grape leaves for sure. But I managed to get them on there, and I think they represent, so I'm not unhappy with them at all. So I'll have a link down in the video description below. I encourage you to go check out the Chalkola products and see what kind of fun things that you can come up and create with these. And maybe we'll do a hashtag Chalkola, and maybe there's already one. I'll have to look and see. But I'm going to post pictures onto my Instagram and use that hashtag. So here will be a final look at this product again, this one, and then my glass that I did and how it looks without the tape, and then on the light fixture, and then on the light fixture at night you can see how it reflects the colors. So pretty. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you soon in the next video.